Hello folks, and welcome back to twitch.tv/gameswithnick. We are here continuing our playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV from scratch. And since the last time we streamed, I actually did a decent amount of work. So let me show you by looking at our character classes. First of all, I should update some stuff. But as you can see, we've got every class that is available to us at a time, at least past level 10. Our main classes at the moment are Marauder, Pugilist, which replaced Rogue, Archer, and Arcanist, which in a few levels will also give a Scholar. But I just leveled up Conjurer a little bit, and I do want to do the class quest level 15 for it, and do the dungeon training with it. Because, you know, it's always nice to have one more class kind of leveled up, and all of our main classes are kind of way past the MSQ suggested level. And since we have a long way ahead of us, I figured, yeah, you know, why not? Why not? Let's spread the love a little bit around. So, he's the head of the Conjurer Guild, and there's a girl whose name I don't remember, who is very bratty and is very good at healing magic, and that's why she's bratty and wants to probably use raise on her dead mother to get her back to life or something like that. So let's see. It is good to see you again, Joanna. By your exude, it is plain you have grown further as a conjurer. The time has come that you acquaint yourself with the third element of our art, water. For the first part of your lesson, you are to take this flask of pristine water and pour it at the foot of the hedge tree found near the Hawthorn hut. The water's purity will draw forth the corrupting entity that is siphoning the tree's life force. Dispatch this being, then speak with brother Joachim at the Hawthorn hut. As you might expect, he's a conjurer with a fine ear for the murmurings of brook and stream. Listen well to his advice if you would learn to master the element of water. Cool. Hawthorn hut. And I have to say, I do hope that they give us some more attack spells. Because so far, leveling Conjurer has been a pain in the butt. This way. Like, it feels, in a way, very squishy. We take a lot of damage. Granted, we can heal, but... and our offensive capabilities are essentially Aero and Stone. So, we pop a stone to start, we hit Arrow to give the dot up, and then all we can do is kind of stay still and, hit the button, and if need be, pop a heal. Which is not great. Alright. Alright, move. There's someone here at the Hawthorn hut that can help us. Greetings, Joanna. Brother Asumi informed me of your coming. I assume it was you who purified the befouled water at the hedge tree. The Julie's bubbling of the elemental was a pleasure to hear. On behalf of both them and myself, I thank you. Now, without further ado, let us speak of that which Brother Asumi sent you here to learn. I trust you didn't find it strange to be asked to tend to a tree when your lesson this day concerns the element of water. One need not have studied botany to realize the forest requires more than a rich soil to flourish. Water is essential for carrying the nutrients in the earth from a tree's roots all the way to the very tips of its leaves. The precious liquid is the lifeblood of the 12's wood. Without it, none would grow. But should it rise at too great a volume and too swiftly, the nourishing flow will become a crashing wave that washes away all before it. It is important to realize that all of nature is balance. As the contrary derives its power from nature, we must take care not to use our art in manner like to disrupt a state. Ever must we be mindful of the ceaseless tug of war embodied in creation. This fruitful stalemate of the elements. Brother Yasin, are you about? I am here, sir. What has transpired? I heard the young antelope stag has gone berserk. I don't know what got him so panicked, but there's no calming them now. The mad beast scored soldiers sent to shepherd them away from civilian settlements, leaving us with a pile of wounded over at Jocelyn Spire, and not enough hands to stanch the bleeding. We need a healer, and fast! Curious. I sense nothing amiss in the whisperings of the elementals. What could have frightened these antelopes so? Apologies. I sure will visit these musings anon. Let us make haste. Matters are as chaotic as you say. I fear the number of injured may be rising as we speak. I doubt that we too will suffice. We must divide our forces. Joanna, travel straight away to Jocelyn Spire and tend to the wounded. I shall endeavor to rally further healers and follow after you, bearing what restorative unguents I can. You, sir, have to Stilglyph Fane and beseech the aid of Brother Rasumi. Give me just a second. Reading a couple of emails. Alright, let's go and heal people. How do I climb to the top of the spire? Probably from this side. Outside, inside. You are a conjurer, you say? Praise Nofika. You've come not a moment too soon. Sounds like yet more wounded but just been carried in. Pray out for them what aid you can. I can breathe again. Thank you. Oh, that's more like maybe a Suna. Oh. Maybe they're stuck. These folk are out of danger for the present, but I fear our reprieve shall be brief. The battle with the stags yet rages, and there are reports of yet more wounded. I beg you to join the wood whalers and help them put an end to this. Seek them off just off the road that leads to the northeast. And do not worry, my air should be sufficient to prevent matters from worsening here. Now go. Oh boy. Running past a bunch of gnats. Come to hand, have you quickly. Fight us this way. Conjurer, you're right. Did you want me on offense or defense? I guess, like everything, a little bit of both. Oh, Medica doesn't actually work. I feel like the tanks are doing a shitty job at tanking. Yeah, I see you need me. I'm under attack, dude. Oh god, there's more. Boy, this is... I'm hating every second of this, honestly. Alright, we should be good. Whew. This was tense. What you doing, girl? I'm fine. Don't mind me. Pray tell me that we are not too late. Well, one of them is dead. Sylphie, what have you done? I forbade you from using such methods. Guildmaster, I will not see you repeat your mother's mistakes. My mother never did anything wrong. Joanna, may I ask that you follow her, please? Here my presence will only serve to provoke her further. She cannot have gone far in her weakened state. So it kind of just shows up and then bails again, huh? Okay. Not a great leader, Asumi-yan. Not a great leader. I don't understand. When I try to cast spells, nothing happens. When I reach for my power, there's just nothing there. Is this what the Guildmaster was trying to warn me about? He said I was repeating my mother's mistakes. The same thing happened to her. Losing her magic, I mean. And then she... Am I... going to die? This can't be happening. I didn't think... Please, I need to be alone. Alright, back to Gridania. Stupid Conjurer's Guild being so far from the Aetheryte. Do we need a tunnel? Really? Joanna, you've returned to us at last. Were you able to speak with Sylphie? I see. I once taught you that conjurers harness the power of nature that we might bring about change. Earth, wind, water, healing. The principle is no different. For the art of mending, withdraw the boundless life force of nature and bestow it upon the wounded. Sylphie has never sought to borrow from that bounty. Her power to heal stems from her own life force. The vital energies of mortals are, however, finite, and now that which I most fear has come to pass. Her mother unwittingly took her own life through the continued use of her healing skills. And Sylphie's aptitude for the art is, if anything, even greater, because it is not unexpected that she should reach the limits of her strength at a much earlier age. If we do not intervene, this terrible tragedy will be repeated, and I for one could not bear to see the child suffer the same fate as her mother. I shall think on a solution to this dark dilemma. It may be that I will have need of your assistance in the near future, Joanna. Do not doubt your abilities. You are a conjurer who has passed the trials of earth, wind, and water. You are closer to nature with every passing day, and I sense within you the seeds of greatness. In your encounter with water, you learned its role as a bringer of life, but you also felt the implacable power of the surging waves that swept you along in its path. Like earth and wind, and nature at large, the element of water is possessed of more than one aspect. Having completed the third lesson, I am satisfied that you have mastered the fundamentals of conjuring. Yet this is but the beginning of your journey. Henceforth, you must strive to attune yourself ever more closely to the elements and to nature. Cool. Alright. Alright. Okay. So with that, let's go back to Ul'dah and practice the stuff we need to do in dungeons as a healer. Right, there should be the Smith. There he is. Alright. We're doing this just to get some healing gear. Yeah, I am the soothing wind of restoration. Ooh. Our primary role is the mending of wounds. 360! Actually, I think I almost did a 720 there. Alright. No, can I just start, please? Alright. Nope. Damn it. See, it would be easier to keep an eye on my friend's health if you actually put the party frame in there. I'm also noticing that an issue I'm having is that I forget to switch to the right side of the crossbar where the offensive spells are. Something I'll have to practice. Alright. Yeah, let's see what's up with the healing multiple arm. Let's just sit while we listen. Politely. Mm-hmm. Then reinforcement will threaten my party. They alert, switch tension between allies as the situation demands. Okay. Come on, dude, let's go. Let's go. Alright. There's only two, right? Yeah. Boy, the archer is pretty, what's the word? Squishy. Okay. Fill the archer up a little bit more, just in case there's more. Damn it! Alright, we should have this now. There we go. Alright. You know, this also gives you a nice chunk of experience overall. When are we getting more attacks? Stone 2 is level 18, okay. I mean, it doesn't replace Stone... It just replaces Stone 1, right? 1.52, 1.5, 2.5. Actually, it's... Yeah, no, it's the same. 190, 140. Why would you keep both of them in, you know? They actually have the same cost, too. Yeah, I guess it's probably gonna replace it, but... Ugh. All I have is Stone and Iroh. It's like... God. Heal while avoiding harm, okay. Whatever. Okay, I must avoid being hit. If I'm hit 5 times, it's over. Nope. Boy, they're making the gladiator really squishy, huh? Let's give the archer a little pop, too. Alright, all done. What's next? Oh. Nothing. Wow. Alright. I guess we finished all of the Hall of the Novice things. Level 17, I think that's the correct level to undertake this quest, right? Yeah. Cool. So, Camp Drybone. That's where we're going. We're maybe a little borderline, but we'll see. At least now I can actually go into dungeons and heal people off stream to level up Conjurer a little bit. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We're not gonna do this yet. I'm gonna go, was it here? Yeah, here. Let's go back to Blackbrush Station, because there's a quest for us to undertake over here. And I thought there was also a quest in Lemsa. Take. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. Okay, we're gonna swap to Pugilist. You ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is a crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of time, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? And this is achieved by mending it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hand of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Mending is her field of expertise. Okay. Can I extract materia from items? Must have created a spirit bond. Once it's at 100%, you can extract materia. Alright, how about you? I don't think I have that, actually. Well, we did get some decent progress with the Disciple of Hand. None of them are much past level 10. Alright. Worth a shot. Let's go back to Limsa, because again, I think there was something over there. Where was it? Level 15, every fish has silver lining. Let's go to Fisherman's... Wait, did I reach level 15 as a fisher? No. No, this is just a Fisherman's Guild quest, right? That's all it is. I don't know why they're showing it. They're not showing any other quest. Is there really nothing? I could have sworn I had seen something for us to do. Let me go to... the upper decks. Maybe it's somewhere around here. And if not, maybe I just dreamed about it. Now we're gonna head back to Tanalan. Oh yeah, that's just the blacksmithing quests, and the culinarian quest, and the Marauders Guild quest. Yeah. Yeah, must have dreamed it. Drybone. Alright, and... Can I take this, leave? Yes. Good evening to you, adventurer. I'm Poponagu, representative of the Adventurers Guild. Guild leaves, yes, okay, sure. Let me do this task. This is a back-end task of all of, for fuck's sake. Fuck it, let's go do it. I'll be in a bad mood forever otherwise. Dude, where are you? Come on, follow me. Follow me, dude. Follow me, dude. Follow me, dude. Follow me, dude. Oh. Follow me, dude. Follow me, dude. At least this was a small one. Yo, what's up, Tuko Tuko? Alright. Should be good to go. Just need to get him over here, and we're good. Come on. Alright. Yeah. Alright, we've unlocked these. Cool. I am Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look at me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victim safely returned. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers of the Church of Santa Dama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. If all willing, you may even come to learn something about the Amalja seeking the area. Actually, I probably do want to exit from that side, because it's kind of further south. Yep, the Amalja definitely still prowl the area. One more. Alright. Let's go back to Camp Drybone. Whee! Plonk. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yup. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining, after all. I feared as much. The report of the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who might be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn a blind eye to common folk themselves? It may be among them we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungus who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. The winter he's still at the inn, quaffling away the day's earning. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he'll not speak to you. What's the mastery? No. Oh, it just upgrades stone to stone 2. Yep. I guess I can put Swift Cast over here. Well, gods be damned. You're the blood adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Cool. Your friend. Missing people. Please help. Yours is a bard. Look around here as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances? You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Okay, that was not very helpful, but I'll try. Please, miss, just leave me be. Devious derelict. I meant to say to but this, that thou'll take who or whatever's been feeding us Thou'll take who or whatever's been feeding us off of us flow folk. Petrified pauper. What do you want with me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Jeez. Hold your breeches, guys. Come on. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that was, cool. Welcome back, Joanna. Have you learned out of import? Nah. I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing but fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely of their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their god, we've no better place to ask than the Church of Santa Damalandama. It's a small and humble church found up to the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends the grave of the Lich-Eared. He will tell you where the body's to be interred. What's up, Marquez? I am Marquez, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. This way? Yeah. Ooh. We got some fancy graveside here, huh? Alright. Whee! May they all walk in Tal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. He has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orson within our church walls. We'd actually do a couple of side quests here. You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep a Lich-Eared here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms, which are as unclean as they are unwelcome. Leave out these pestilent swarms and the church will be in your debt. Be welcome to the Church of Santa Damalandama. I am Sister Ariel. I gather you are on no pilgrimage. You look to be an adventurer. If so, might I impose on you to help tend the Lich-Eared while you're here with us? The graves here far outnumber we will keep them. Alone, we cannot possibly do all needs to be done. Would you see to gathering up the old offerings currently lying about outside? I'm in need of at least 6 during my last rounds through the yard. I hear you have done us the service of bearing a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak with their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. For he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to not prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have word with Marquez, and soon. Yo, Tancred, come on. You can see that the dude is in trouble. Oh, we might actually soon have to go back to Gridania to do the level 20 Conjurer quest. Hold offering. Hold the... Oh, no, I want this hold offering. Thank you very much. And then this one. And then this one. And I will kill the swarm. And one more. And one more swarm. I am grateful for the upgraded stone, but it doesn't do much to make this character fun to play when dealing offense, you know? Alright, let's turn in both quests. And we got the offerings. Thank you. But that there were not else to be done. I must see to collecting the weathered vases, urns, and ewers before long. The dead sleep soundless in a tidy grave. They have no shortage of work to offer, should you care to take it. Speak to me again whensoever you feel so compelled. Sure. So you wish to honor the dead once more? Excellent. Make offerings of these Namia lilies at some of the simpler graves in the Lich-Yard. Poor souls died alone, you see, with no one left to grieve for them. There are 5 such graves scattered about the Lich-Yard that I would have you tend to. And remember, friend, mind your surroundings and pay the proper respect to each bundle of lilies. You're all they have. Thank you, friends. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence in the church unchecked, before long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being, at least, the Gradient can pray in peace for the dead to cross over safely. Allah bless you. Wait, somebody else has a quest? Oh, you had a quest. You're one of them venture folk, ain't you? I'd be much obliged for a little help. I'd like to make a tombstone for my kid sister who had passed, you see. But I ain't got the guild to get it done. I hear there's nice rocks for the taking a ways from here, but I ain't old enough to fend off no wild beasts or such. I was hoping for a bit of cloud marble. You really would have liked that. Crops right up the ground to the east of here, they say. If you could find a bit and see it to Brother Esmore, me and my sis would be ever so grateful. Oh god, this is fucking heavy, man. Okay, one more. Oh, we really have to step away from, graveyard, huh? Okay. Alright, we got the slab. Go back to the church. And then back to Camp Drybone. We have business here again, friend. Cloud marble to make into a tombstone for Edward's sister. That boy's nothing if not trouble. It was all I could do to convince him not to go looking for a stone of his own. Still, I suppose it cannot be helped, and losing a loved one is never easy. Thank you for reporting this. I see that the marble is used as Edward's wishes. Once more, you have my thanks. No doubt the souls of the departed can take some small comfort in the care you've shown their graves. In days gone by, the Lich was a small, humble plot. But that all changes after the calamity. The dead grew in number until the yard grew with them. It is still simple, despite its size. Of course, it's its self-same simplicity that keeps it from becoming more of a priority for the Order. We can ill afford to assign adequate numbers to its keeping, just as we cannot charge the poor to bury or be buried. Yet it does not stop the many who come calling to see their dead put to rest here. Those few of us who tend the yard have time to see the offerings our piety demands. The simple graves he visited belong to those who died alone. Let us pray the sweet fragrance he delivered grants some modicum of relief from their lonely solitude, even if for a short while. Gods, you venture such a kind folk. Now all I need is coin for the funeral. I'm gonna stay on here at the church for a bit and help out. Wouldn't it be right to leave everything up to someone else? It'd mean more to my sis if I do what I can on my own. Brother Asmore and Sister Ariel are good folk too. They say I don't need no guild to bury my sis here, but I know how it works. It'll take coin to send her over to Tal proper. Oof. Poor kid. See what else these people around here want me to do. Are you come to grieve, miss? Have you lost someone dear? Ah, I see. Simply another fair adventurer come to our outpost. Well, in that case, I have an adventure for you. Let's say you make for the plains to the east and carve me up 5 cuts of silverin from some Mutragus nannies. We're tending a wounded man at the inn who was close to death. We would like nothing more than to give him a feast of nice, juicy Mutragus sirloins for what might well be his last meal. Once you have the sirloins, take them direct to Sister Zoru at the inn. Someone else. Where's the other quest? Oh, here. Looking for a bit of work, are we? Well, it just happens I'm looking for someone to put down some mongrels. 7 of the beasts. The bloody things have nearly overrun the area to the southeast of here. They attack the locals, livestock, odd that moves. You need them to show the foul things any mercy. Right, easy enough. Thank you, Joanna. The burial is no easy thing. The one that departed is a stranger. We're able to learn odd of the missing common folk. You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Joanna? A pleasure, my dear Zimbard. The name is Stancret, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Frustration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful rose have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Oh, I'm a moron. I can't equip the Disciple of War stuff. Idiot. Sister Orson. It cannot be. No, she is one to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to children, but no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular she's fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Joanna, and see if you can glean something from him about Orson's activities. Alright, we're gonna first go and do the side stuff. And then we're gonna do the MSQ. Ooh, let me also do the Fate. I'm trying to intersperse a few Fates here and there, and a few quests here and there to help the level up. We have 3 more. 3 more classes to level up. Besides the ones that already are current to or higher than the main story quest, so... You. Are you not coming to... Oh no, they're going that way, it looks like. Oh, there they are. Alright, nice. Okay. I gotta slay a lot of them. Let's actually finish this one off. one more after this one. There should be one over there. Yes. While I'm here, let's go talk to the, Oh, actually, I can also kill these for the other quest. Convenient. Stupid jerk healed. Ah, an adventurer. And one with fire in her eyes, no less. That fire is just what we need. Spurred by rumors of a new Amalja commander, arrived outside the Beast Tribe encampment to find not only the commander had arrived, but that the foul lizards were preparing to march on Ulda. A request for reinforcements has already been sent via link shell, but it will be several bells before they arrive, and by then it will be too late. No, we must stop the enemy before they advance, and since we already are solely outnumbered, I believe the only path to victory is to lower morale by targeting both their supplies and their leader. Sure. I mean, sure, but I gotta still kill these. Oh. You know, I don't know how I feel about this fate. At least with this particular class. Reminder to oneself, do not do fates with conjurers. Unless we do happen to unlock a couple more spells once we switch to White Mage, but also, I don't understand if I'm supposed to keep the guy alive, or if he's just kind of going on his own. If I can still finish it without him. Highly unclear. Dude, I would heal you. At the cost of my safety too, let me add. We are exterminating these Amaljas. Oh, thank God some more people have come. Okay, here's the leader. Let's finish him off. I really need a chocobo. Probably primarily to tank. Alright, we're done. Yay! One more. Okay. What does the trade we just got do? Base action damage and risk your restoration by 10%. Okay, cool. Let's go back to Gridania. Do the next stage of the Conjurer quest. Ooh. And then go back. And I think my Conjurer is 22. I'll actually swap to Pugilist as soon as we're done with the quest that we already accepted. Conjurer. Which is a lot more fun to play. Greetings, Joanna. You redeemed the confidence of a conjurer who neglects not her study of the elements. I confess I have no lesson for you to learn this day. Instead, I would ask that you aid me in the education of another. Yes, I speak of Sylphie. After no small amount of prompting, bordering on coercion, the child has finally promised to attempt to embrace the forces of nature. But I'm afraid the matter is not so easily resolved. Sylphie has never attempted to learn the basic offensive spells that she and most other conjurers mastered before first venturing into the wild. As such, she is ill-equipped to undertake the trials which furnished you and your peers with an understanding of the elements. But simply, she is no match for the tainted spirits of nature. But if a more capable conjurer were to accompany her and purify the corruption in her stead, it may yet serve to impress upon her the power of the forces at work. I bid you take her on a pilgrimage around the Twelfth Wood and give her the opportunity to witness these confrontations firsthand. Earth, wind, water, she must know them all. Show her the majesty and primal ferocity of nature. As it was with you, let Earth be your first lesson. Sophie awaits you at Bent Branch Meadows. Pray forgive my presumption, but I thought it best to send her on ahead with her conviction will remain strong. Once you have located the patch of crafted soil at Bent Branch, draw forth it into a sprite and let her witness the struggle that ensues. May the elementals aid you in this endeavor, Joanna. Corrupted soil. Sylph is just there watching me. You can't, not even like healing me or anything, just like, ah, oh, wow. Alright. Have you seen how you do things? Ah! I wasn't scared, I was just a little startled, that's all. It was as if a massive solid wrath had erupted from the ground. I've never felt anything never mind. We have to head over to Bannock next. Let's get this over with. Yes. I should have gone by the bridge. Fuck me. Stupid nature. Alright. Can't wait for when I'll be able to use a mount. I think it's gonna be a long time, but... Alright. I don't know, Brother Isumi. I think that her looking at me doing it is not achieving the same learning objectives as her doing it herself. Gods! The wind blew straight through me. It felt both gentle and sharp at the same time. I can't explain it. This is something you can conjure? Let's be on our way. The last one is at the Lily Stone. This is East Shroud, right? Same spot? Nope. Oh boy, okay. That's a trek. That's a trek I was not ready for, but yeah, let's go do it, I guess. Because we have to. Let's go over the river, I guess. Yeah, over the river was the right choice. Ugh, that's so far. Maybe I can mix it up. Uh, I'll just go through. Alright. Corrupted water. Alright. So what do we learn? The lake is so beautiful. I've never noticed how clearly the sky is reflected on its surface. I never noticed. Let's sit back. I'm ready to speak with the guildmaster now. Are you? Are you? Guess we'll see. Yes, conjure. Blast it. Woo! Welcome back, my avid conjurers. How fared in your encounter with the elements? Sylphie, what did you sense as Joanna cleansed the sources of corruption? It's hard to explain. It was like hearing voices crying out in joy. And it felt their happiness wash over me. The world seemed sharper, more alive. It was almost as if nature were speaking to me. But why, Brother Isumi? Why did my mother teach me to avoid the set of conjuring? What was she so afraid of? There are certain truths that hide behind the mask of her words, and there is much that your mother didn't tell you. But you didn't seek the answers at once, Sylphie. Even now, your mind wanders amid a sudden inundation of awareness. The first time we connect with nature can be a wonderful but disorienting experience. I suggest you allow yourself some time to adjust to this new perspective. Yes, Guildmaster. You have my gratitude, Joanna. Thanks to you, Sylphie has taken a most important step. You heard her mention voices crying out in joy, did you not? It appears the mother's gift has been passed on to the daughter. Such sensitivity is not something one can achieve through meditation and training, but a blessing that only a few fortunate chosen receive. And as you have no doubt surmised, Sylphie's mother was one such person. The misunderstanding of that blessing, however, was what led her down such a tragic path. We cannot allow Sylphie's astonishing talents to consume her in the same manner. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. The girl has barely awoken to her potential. For that potential to be fully realized, your support is yet needed. I suspect she failed to mention that the promise of your involvement in her lessons was the reason for her change of heart. Ah, you underestimate the impression your quiet determination has made on young Sylphie. Modesty prevents you from acknowledging your own good deed. Consider this task a part of your training. Your conjurers are healers of wounds, be they physical or otherwise. Walk with her on her journey, Joanna. And together explore the myriad mysteries of nature. Why am I not? Oh, it's because the staff is a two-handed weapon. Oh, okay. Thing is, I can't use a one-handed weapon because then I'm not a conjurer, right? Maybe early on. Anyways. Now that we've done this, let's switch back to Pugilist. And go back to Camp Dragon. Turn in the 2 side quests. Stand on display by 7 pure mongrels. Is it excellent? I lost my love to a pack of mongrels 3 years past. We were to be wed. We tore him apart. When we finally chased him off, my love was in 7 pieces. Instead, I've asked every adventurer I see past 3 or slay 7 of the beasts. My vengeance is unceasing. But if I could spare just one other brag to be the suffering I have known, that it will all have been worth it. Oh, you have more? It's you again. What impeccable timing. Oh, you didn't worry. I'm not going to ask you to put down any more mongrels on my dead fiance's behalf. My fiance is survived by a brother, though. He puts up at the Golden Bazaar, and he's asked that I bring him a load of tuco meat. I'd see to it myself, but as you well know, I must stay here to send adventurers and mongrel hunts until every last one of the bloody beasts in Eorzea is dead. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you care to fell some tucos and obtain 5 chunks of your meat? Once you have enough, please deliver them to my late fiance's brother, Beninger, at the Golden Bazaar. Wait. Oh, over here. Yes? Maybe? No? Ooh, yes. Please lower your voice. What business brings you? Neo Travis sirloins? I take it Tuesdays has sent you. Thank you for your efforts, my friend. But I fear you are too late. The man for whom these steaks were meant succumbed to his wounds just moments ago. Pray do not despair. Feast with Tal now, and Tal has seen the gods in you this day. Ooh. Bummer. That is he. You did a good thing, friend. No use fighting over the order in which things pass. What matters is that they do pass, and I think that passes goes unseen by the gods. There's a graveyard just near Drybone. A lot of folk bring their dead and dying this far, and they just dump them here to spare themselves the trouble and cost of a burial. This poor soul, at least, had family that rushed to his side. Count him lucky for that. It was just his time to heed Tal's skull. Best to let it go and move on. There's business what needs doing. Plots, graves, embalming tombstones. Nothing in life is free, not even death. Back for more, are you? Good. Now, riddle me this. In a camp such as ours, so close to a graveyard, what do you think sells faster than we can stock? Aye, flowers. The east of here lies the remain of an enormous gabu, and so many plants spread around it that you would think you'd found a black shroud in the middle of Tanalan. Some say the gabu came down from the mountains at the time of the calamity, and carried with them the seeds that became all those plants. But then, all I'm really after is 3 sprigs of Attic lavender. Seems simple enough, right? No. Yes? No, this way. Boy, the gabu is kinda really out of the way. Those quests are also way too high level. Oh, there it is. What else did you do the quest? Let's see what level it is. By the gods, the life that spread here. I've never seen anything like it. But how could this be? Perhaps it was... Oh, hello there. You must forgive me, I was just admiring the plants taking root about the Gabu carcass, and... Well, I suppose I forgot myself in the moment. But truly, have you ever seen such bewildered flowers? I would wager that not even the wealthiest Uldons could claim to have laid eyes on there like before. Please, a favor, I beg of you. I dare not let these beauties out of my sight, but their soil is sparse and the plants wilting. Would you fetch me some muddy spring water from the ponds to the west? Playing errand girl a little bit. Alright, let's turn it into that guy. Oh, there. Perfect! This will quench the root's thirst nicely, but I fear it is not all I must ask of you. The petals and stems are covered with falcon eggs. Should they hatch, the larvae will devour every last leaf, petal, and stem. Please, you must remove any eggs you find. Okay. Okay. Here. Well done yet again, my friend. I dare say we have stayed another disaster. But our job is not yet finished. Surfeit clouds still lurk among the undergrowth. If left unchecked, they will undoubtedly infest the plants with their eggs once more. Here, the stingray is sure to bring the beast out of hiding. Put over any thick bramble you see and slay whatever comes forth. What's funny is that we have another pugilist also fighting here. What? Okay, I guess I can't use it, huh? Okay. Okay. I was trying to get both of them spawned at the same time so I could get from one to the other quickly, but... What more can I say to express my gratitude? Through your efforts, this exceptional bit of greenery will enjoy many more vibrant days. As a botanist from Gridania, I have had the opportunity to study plants the realm over, yet I cannot claim to have seen such verdure before. I am convinced that what we see before us spread from this Gabu's death. There is certain beauty to it all, no? A remarkable discovery. I cannot wait to finish up my research and take word back to Guildmaster Fufusha. Yeah, say hi to Fufusha from us. Alright, we go back to Drybone, turn in the other quest. Then it's time for us to head to the, Golden Bazaar. Well, Joanna, have you found a pretty posies? There you are. Ah, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I don't know what's in that rotting gobby carcass, but it makes for the loveliest damn flowers ever laid eyes on. When it comes to offerings, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead. And Aztec lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be saving these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held at Bloodshird. Did you just ask me to do a favor so you could make money? That's not cool, but whatever. There's a bunch of Tuka-Tukas here. We should slay them. Level up, but no skill, which is a bummer. Alright, we got our Tuka meat. Back to Chocobo because it's always a good idea. Not that we're ever gonna take a Chocobo Porter ever again, but... Where's the damn Tuka meat ass Caitlyn to bring? It won't be long before my patrons arrive. Here it is. Caitlyn has sent you? Excellent, this is more than enough Tuka meat. Some miners have come to stay at the bazaar while they prospect the area for mithril deposits. They value quantity over quality, so I'll be serving them a feast of this piss-poor meat. By the by, please don't tell me Caitlyn is still standing at the same spot in Drabble sending adventurers out to slay mongrels. I told her no number of mongrel pelter heads will bring my brother back to us. I've moved on with my life. It's past time she did the same. You know, don't tell her how to grieve, man. Like, just, you know, everybody does it their own way. How in the hell can you be wondering what out to do? There's opportunity here at the Golden Bazaar as there hasn't been in years. I speak of the mess of mithril deposit, of course. The miners I fed before are only the beginning. More and more of them will flock here in the coming weeks, mark my words. Until now, we've been nothing more than a small settlement. But now the sky's the limit. An inn for the mithril miners to come would be worth a fortune, mark my words. And I mean for that fortune to be mine. The problem is the problem I've had is that I need bodies to help me build the inn, but I can't seem to find any who are willing. I've drawn up these hiring notices, hoping they might come to help. Would you mind helping me get started by posting 5 of them up in prime locations? I thought miners were hard and rugged souls. I had no idea they could be so craven. You look like someone who can handle herself. Care to kill some pests for a love-filling lady? I'm supposed to be leading a dig among the ruins east of here for mithril deposits. But once the miners I hired saw the vandalous imps in the area, they all turned tail and fled. Slay some of the bloody buggers for me, would you? 4 of them should keep the others away and put the miners' minds at ease. On right at the entrance. Alright, one more. Alright, what next? You posted all 5? You're at 12, Sen. But I truly don't want to let this chance pass by. Here, take 5 more hiring notices and see them straight to the hands of whatever folk you see loitering about. Hey boy, somebody is really passionate about this, huh? Here. I came here after hearing there might be mithril in this part, but the inn's all full and I've been living out of a tent. Suppose I could lend a hand building inns till I start digging mines. How about you? Benninger needs work done, does he? Seen more miners in the bazaar of late. I reckon that's got something to do with it. Rumor has it there's mithril in the ground around here. Wonder if there's any truth to it. Benninger is looking for able bodies, is he? I've done some woodworking in my day. Might be he'll have some use for me. What's this now? Ugh, letters. Never learned them. Can't you just read it to me? Benninger has been on you in? Not to accommodate all the new people coming to the bazaar in recent days. Taking advantage of the new foot traffic is a red fine idea, Oh, I have no intention of helping Benninger, of course. But perhaps there's even greater profit to be had in stacking up the food stores. Ugh, capitalism. Carpenters? Thank the gods! I was afraid there'd be nothing but mining jobs here. It's my vocation, to be sure, but a man needs some variety now and then. I'll go have myself a word with the Benninger fella. Alright. I was in a dark place after my brother died, but now I'm going to breathe life back into this bazaar. There's work to be done, Joanna. You haven't let me down so far. Don't start now. A miner recently came for Imagine & Sons wants a sample of stone from the eastern ruins. I have a mind to give him 5 slabs of cloud marble from the invisible city, and I need you to get them. Showing these to him would nigh guarantee a continued influx of miners to the bazaar. Yeah, what about the monsters that are there? Aren't you gonna tell them something about it? Please help! Sister Urson went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. What's up, sis? Oh boy. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you're out when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Alright. Couple more imps. Then to get that marble. Bitten off more than I wanted to chew. But not more than I could chew. dead yet. There we go. Ignoring me? Good. You should have ignored me. And you wouldn't go from rotting to rotted. You know what I'm saying? What else? There's a couple more pieces over here. Yep, okay. Yep. Alright. Adventurers never cease to prove their worth. Now I can get discoveredly miners back to doing the only thing they're good for, digging. The mineral veins are still no more than rumors, but if every miner flees at the slightest sign of danger, we'll never know for sure. I may need to hire you on a regular basis to cull those bloody imps. Fear it'll be quite a while yet before any proper mining can be done. Have you gotten all the cloud marble semblance I needed right now? So this is the cloud marble I've heard so much about. Gods, look at a glimmer in stone. I must admit I've never seen it for myself. I had only heard tell of it. Now I see why the Mithra rumors have risen. Now you listen to me, you bloody rock. The Golden Bazaar is counting on you. If the stuff of Mithril turns out to be a farce, I swear by the 12 I'll dig up every last pebble of you myself, grind you to power, and sell you to chocobo stables to sup a piss and run you shite. Yes, well, sorry about that. It's just that ever since the war saw the road to El Amigo cut off, the bazaar has fallen onto tough times. It is a waypoint choked off from its way, and is now little more than a point. But I will not let it be so. I'm going to make the Golden Bazaar golden once more. From there, I'll become one of the richest men in Tamila. Then I'll finally be able to give Caitlin the life those mongrels stole from her. She's held into the memory of my brother for so long she's become blind to the people who care for her. People like... well, I don't suppose you could keep that last bit from Caitlin, could you? What do you want now? I ordered a haul of digging tools from a merchant to the north. He headed back down the Black Shroud. When the earth spread stick him, he was able to escape to Camp Drybone with his life. He needs to make the road safe for him. Put down 3 of these earth spreads to keep the others at bay and ease the mind of any traveling merchants. Once the deed is done, go to Camp Drybone and tell him to bring the rest of the haul back. Okay. Not quite on my way, but let me actually hire a Chocobo Keep. Alright, this is probably where I should dismount. I forgot for a second I was a melee character now. Let's actually be super lazy and just teleport to Camp Drybone. One of the sprites? God bless you for that, stranger. Lululo will have her tools. Planned out here for fear of my life, but I've come to regret that. Have you taken a look about? There are bodies littering the ground. Dead bodies. I've no desire to stay here any longer than I must. Once I see that my berth's fit for travel, I'll be making for the Golden Bazaar. Alright. Sister Urson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of the orphans? And risking her own well-being in doing it, no less? Certainly not the desperately deeds Tancred would have us believe. I mean, I don't know. The worst is that... Oh, actually, no, I am in a Disciple of War right now. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Assistant Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially led on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now on the matter at hand. Tancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment on the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. I hope so too, bud. A bit of a random spot, but let's try to give the MSQ a bit of a extra love. Somebody is already working on the fate anyway, so. What's up, Tancred? Ah, there you are, Joanna. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Urson. Disembarked said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Urson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Joanna. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Aren't you a rogue? Aren't you supposed to be good at, this kind of stuff? Queer leaflet. Not that kind of queer. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of a symbol to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Null Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. We're gonna take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let's see what Sister Urson makes of it. Okay. Just a lot of walking. Whee! Plop. Nope. Here? Yes. My savior comes again. To what do we owe honor? Do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Joanna. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a word adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Joanna. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. A suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Joanna and me serve like but like by posing as impoverished soul in need of succor. Ah! I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can't supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops to serve your needs, as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Joanna. So as to lay the foundation for a little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard had lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Oh, we learned a new action. Fight. This is a roll action. Okay. What do I have to wear? Weather shepherd tunic, and a pair of weather shepherd's slops. Let me sort all of these first. Okay, oh. Did we equip him? Yeah. No, there we go. Please, sir, do you have some work? No? Oh, I just talked to them. Appreciate the teaching of the Zema, the warden. Has the come to partake the honey of her wisdom? The Zema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of Verdivine continents. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Harsh. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. More in this room, I guess. Greetings, good ma'am. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Then be sure to join your fellows out of the pond north of Sandgate. No? Maybe it was still in the shop? Oh. Oh no, it's above, I bet. No, it's below? There. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep you with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Jeez. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Shrina. The campus is buzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract the wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. Because of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. But it's messing up my stats. There's Thancred. A fun evening for catching fault priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Joanna. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for a quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nald, and I come to offer you succor. Leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and it will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? Oh, you bastards tricked me. Oh no, do not skip the cutscene. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. That's so. Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar. Raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. It would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted a schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Sounds like you did, bud. You just chose to do it. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell your own people? Speak. Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mold meat for a score of lifetimes and not see a fraction of what the Amalja paid me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess of the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah! Not you again! Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out! No! I know nothing about that, I swear it! At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe actually that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Joanna, be here and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. So you're sending me to the Waking Sands? I don't quite understand the logic, but I guess. Alright, we can do this one. You there! Yes, you! The decisively unfashionable adventurer. Gots be good, never in my life have I seen such unapologetic focus on function and extreme cost form. The mere sight of you makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst and I won't be able to talk for a length of time. Be here and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have most in my throat, we shall see the business of remedying your appearance. Actually, let me do... Oh, I already have some. Whew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color in your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants which allow folk to dye their outfits in a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured they will not. The practicality adventurers love so much will not suffer for the change in appearance, a change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that the garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there is no fear of getting locked into one color. The garish thing that seemed like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and bring some color into your life. No thank you. Absolutely not. Oh dear, dear. This will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for styling coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there is little else going for it. That's it, I've made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see, so much that needs to be addressed. Where do I even begin? Get here and get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the piss pastry and ask falsely. I'll have some blood orange juice. Tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, delicious. Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe, too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you know how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same. It just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such a humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of clavers away. Go ahead, give it a try. And do make it quick, dear, for my sake. I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Yeah, again, no. Like, this is transmog. This is the version of transmog that's here in 14. It's like, no. Repair my gear. Alright, let me immediately sell all the shit. Honestly, potions too, at least the lower level ones. And the antidote and the blindness. This is weak, I'm never gonna use it. Alright. These lock things, I believe. Wait. Yeah, I need Disciple of Land or Hand. Oh, this tells me how to craft glamour prisms. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it. We do have a land. No? Oh, Disciple of Hands. I thought... It made no sense, but for a second I thought it was potentially both. And... This guy's 35. I don't know what these are, but... They're more advanced than what I have. Same thing for this guy. Yeah. Alright. Hello, Tataru. Welcome back, Joanna. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken. and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is known for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamixes have to be found at this campus central Thanala, and a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Yeah, I think we did this already. Yeah, we went there. I mean, yes. Please have Leonard come to 10th ring of Mutamix Bubblypots. Mighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Mighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia joined with other Fighting Tool, then Big Eyes! Fighting Tool gains power of airy self. Psh, shock. Mutamix is reckoning with that Uplander, his friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach here of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander bring Fighting Tool to Mutamix, yes? Sure, Fighting Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teach you show of power of Materia. The Materia Master. Now, eyes of Uplander pointed Fighting Tool, yes? Psh, shka. Materia joined with Fighting Tool. Fighting Tool gains power of Materia. Fighting Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighting Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. You must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to the gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned a dagger of yours from somebody that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best straight tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Yeah, I already did some of these quests, but okay. No. Back to Vesper Bay. Wait, what have I unlocked now? Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and assigned by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Tanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did most things. Now, Halatali is a shadow of its former self. But in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafajoni near the entryway. Oh, this is a dungeon! This is a level 20 dungeon. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Probably not today. We're about to end the stream. But next time, we might start with that. I will make sure to unlock the dungeon right now, though. And I might... I don't know if these optional dungeons will have trust support. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, so I'll kind of have to see. Welcome back, Joanna. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you're very aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Joanna, so make it your ally. So, now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Please speak to me when you are ready to begin. Yeah, sure. Oh, no, I don't want a glamour. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Angus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Angus attend as planned. As the Amalja anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Joanna. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Science sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, the confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Surgeon leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh, okay, so we will actually do this one more quest, because this one is the Ifrit Primal Fight. Flame Captain? Inside, maybe? Yes. Ah, you're Joanna Gwyn of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point, the traitor will spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can only deploy a small contingent. Every member must count until we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Joanna. Let's make sure it does. Alright, before I do, though, I'm gonna go unlock that dungeon. I'm also wondering at what point I want to switch back to something else. This is a level 20 quest. I'm now a level 22 pugilist. Maybe I should swap to Conjurer again. Alright. Lane private. Yeah, I don't see a trust around, so... If it is the halls of volatility you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors were settled, and... Bah, you have not come all this way for a lesson in history. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? These sounds are the work of the wind, my friend, nor the rumbling of the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali, for now the beasts once kept from the Colosseum lurk here. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Joanna. I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you're able to find your way out. Yep, this has to be done in Duty Finder. And it is level 20. So as long as I can dodge it, because the trust system is in place for the main story quest, I will not do any of the optional dungeons in the main streams. Those will be for the grinding leveling streams. Because I can sort of wait in the queue and then record once we get into the actual dungeon. It's also a shame that we won't really be able to explore things as much. But that's the way it is. And once we beat it, it's gonna give us one more dungeon that we can use for our leveling. Yes, so, Invisible City. That's our destination. Already with Ifrit, I suspect... I seem to recall reading that you could trust primal fights in the main story quest up through the end of Heavensward. I guess we're about to see. I will swap to Conjurer. Oh. Yeah, they made it a duty. Fascinating. Or maybe the duty is the setup for the actual primal fight. Is debate in place? Our men is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What a piece of shit. is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Uh-oh, we fell for the trap. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I learned the immortal flames clutched for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. It's not over, August. I'm gonna kick your butt soon. Boy, that's a lot of Amalja for just one of me. Kinda regretting switching to Conjurer. Boy, they're all pining on the pugilist, aren't they? Okay, only the bad guys left. Though he seems very resistant to this. Oh, that's why. Just kidding. Oh boy, there's more. I mean, they're also not particularly good at dodging attacks, I have to say. Hey, we lasted long enough or something. Yeah, I guess we were gonna lose it, huh? I thought we were going somewhere, dude. But your weapon or your comrade's dead, man. Behind you! Oh. I think somebody hit me with sleep. Bringer. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. I fear the Amalgam mean to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Alright, there we go. Now can I? Yes, I should be able to do this one with a trust. Oh, alright, this one is only 4 people. Okay. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. Godhood, I guess? If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed! None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No! Spare me, I beg you! Pitiful children of men, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Whoa, dude. Brush your teeth or something. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. What's up, guys? I'm not impressed. Impossible! How what sorcerer do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Well, it seems to me I got someone to take care of. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed slumber. The paragons born of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go. You know, I gotta say, I'm not sure how much I love healing in this game. Oh, we should. Damn it. I forgot for a minute that this is Final Fantasy XIV and you're supposed to, like, dodge shit. Oh, Eruption is centered on a player. Okay, we probably need to bust this thing. Probably actually keeping my tank a little too full. Okay, let's go back behind, just in case he does his frontal. And move out. Easy peasy. No sweat. Alright, he's down. Boom. Bye-bye. Oh, found a crystal. Alright, somehow we got a second crystal in that pack of 6. I don't even remember where we got our first one. Was it at the very beginning or something? I think it's when we awoke as a scion or something? Regardless. Hey, forgive my lateness. That's okay, we got it under control already. Oh, no. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Whoa, bloody. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the fleeing general's handpicked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe an apology, Joanna. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. That's cool. Well, let's continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir! So that was the mighty effort. And what a disappointment he was. The ratings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Never the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe provide a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps. But that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, you are a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Garleans were spying on us. What is their goal, one wonders. Alright, leave duty. Ah, there you are, Joanna. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk her wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once, man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Joanna. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Penphilia will be proud beyond our reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sense when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problem won't solve themselves. Alright. Back to the Waking Sands. I know we started slow, but pretty big day overall. We kicked Ifrit's butt. That's something worth celebrating. And unlocked a new dungeon too, though we have not yet played it. Yep. Join them in once, sure. My late arrival nearly cost Joanna her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but it does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Joanna! It is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Penphilia with her heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils he faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. Never heard that saying. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Lim Solominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us to why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. But first you came to us. I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are now a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you will need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Joanna. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or not, Minfila neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the Emperor's abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they are all to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocent need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Joanna. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luizwa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Alright. Yeah, you know what? This is probably a good spot to call it. Yeah. So, as usual, let's have Joanna leave you out. Oh. Emote, wave you out. So yeah, thank you for watching. Still very fun to play through this game, and can't wait to keep playing. I might spend some more time with some bonus streams over the course of the next few days. Next week, though, I might actually have to cancel a bunch of regular streams because I will be busier than expected. But I will keep you posted on all of that. Thank you for watching. You can find me on twitch.tv/gameswithnick and youtube.com/gameswithnick. Make sure to check both channels for the stuff that I'm currently streaming, as well as some exclusive VODs on YouTube, and all of the archive for everything I've ever streamed is over there. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.